I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but this glass was laid before me on a platter of gold. Not gold you wear, gold that says, handle, shares emerging. I showed up to my class with my earth tone colored body. First lesson was how to listen. Not to answer correctly, speak eloquently, argue factually, but to listen. The only way to receive. My class had no squares for walls. Online, we zoomed each other's lives, scribbling our journey on pages of vulnerability, passed the stories around without guilt. We dipped our fingers down childhood memory lane. We asked ourselves, how did we get here? Who is this adult we now show the world? When the child within us waits, watches, and remembers, jumps when the room is safe, laughs too loudly, cries too hard, trusts too quickly. And maybe that is power. As time passed, identity joined the circle, not as a label, but as a landscape, pointing at where we are from, our streets, our silence, our weather, our roots, our becoming. I learned that life does not have one window, and sometimes the clearest view is through the eyes of the human beside me. So I listen, linger even more, to hold space for the questions that never end. Because answers always expire, but questions, they are eternal. The process of creating together is divine, not for applause, but for presence, for participation. Learning to communicate, cultivate, and create. The faster you move from thoughts to actions, the bigger your chances to win. But the deeper you stay in the process, the greater your chance to become human. I have to go. Class is in session. But I am not just attending. I am participating in my own unfolding.
The gift gives us something extraordinary. She lives up to her name. She gives us her experience of being part of this year's international class, which, for those of you who don't know, the international class is the Institute's flagship program. It's a community of people from around the world studying and creating together what developmental leadership and performance activism can look like in these times. And her being in the international class is itself an expression of giving and a culture of getting. Because at the Institute, we don't scholarship people into a separate category of need. Instead, we invite everyone to give to the totality. We ask everyone to pay at the highest level they can. Some give financially, some give beyond the tuition. Everyone is part of building the whole together. And that's how come the gift could join this year's international class from Nigeria. And then she turns around and gives that methodology, that community, that performance of possibility to young people in Nigeria through the advocacy work she is building there. She gives to them. She gives them us. And then she gives us them. Their creativity, their responses, their leadership, their lives. Together, something emergent gets created, something none of us could have planned in advance. Fred Newman wrote years ago about creating a new culture amidst the ruins of the old. And I think that's still what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create environments where people from all over the world can create power by giving to one another, by giving to the community, by building with one another a place where we can help take the earth somewhere new.